What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Talks With Kenica Podcast. I am your host, Shantika Kenisha. And today we have a special guest.
Yo.
So the first half of the episode will be about how me and my husband met. And the other half will be, you'll get to know who he is and where is he from. You want to start off how we met? So first of all, he claimed, I don't know, but he claimed he seen me out and about. Not really out and about, but where you say you seen me at?
Shit. Well, this was back when I was doing terrorizing folks. But I met you in a apartment complex. But I used to be cool with one of your friends. So one time I was like fucked up back in my days, and I spent the night at her house.
That's the first time I ever seen him.
Yeah, but I seen you a lot of times.
Yeah.
But that particular day, I seen you at her house, and I was fucked up. Then, I started going to parties. Once seeing you at parties, like most of these girls that I was seeing. So then, I ended up moving in front of you, behind you, however you want to say it. And I was with one of my homeboys, and I was like, "Oh, scratch that! I seen your sister outside." And that's how I even knew that y'all even stayed behind me, because your sister was just outside every day, just being extra.
As she is.
And I was like, "Man, I was like, who your sister talk to?" She said, "My sister, I want to talk to you." Hey. So I was like, all right, I like a challenge. So then my partner came over there, and I was like, "Hey, bro, you know that girl who stayed right there?" He was like, "Yeah, I know her." I was like, "Hey, go over there and knock on her door real quick. Tell her to come outside." But then he did it, and I went over there, and you was slick acting like you didn't even want to talk to her, nigga.
Yeah, because you had asked me, I think you had asked me, do I want to be a Ruby?
I can't remember.
I remember that, because I remember you saying Ruby. And I was like, you're not my type.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah. But not like you ugly or nothing like that. It just...
Yeah, I had a lot going on.
Yeah. And the group of friends you was with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And one day, you came outside after I told brother to go get you. We were talking for a minute. Then we started subtweeting each other on Twitter. You started catching it. Then that was back in my days when I used to smoke weed, so I was smoking, and then you came over. That's how it happened.
Yep. No. We was not emailing, but texting each other on Facebook too. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's when I think I told you that I was like feeling you and all that type of stuff.
Yep. And you came over, and we were chilling. Then it came from chilling to being best friends, and then best friends turned into a day.
Yeah.
But your family didn't like me in the beginning, though.
Yeah, they didn't accept him, because my grandmama used to be like, he a thug. But my mama,
she was on the same energy, though. I just told her that I didn't care.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I wrote your mama one time. I text her phone, like, "Hey, what's your problem with me dating your daughter?" I think that's when she knew.
And I think she showed me that message.
I think that's when she knew. She was like, he different.
Yeah.
He don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't mean no bad intentions either. I was just letting them know, like, man, that's where I'm trying to be at right now. So what's going on? Feel me?
Been locked in since then. 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
10 years is a long time, man.
Thanks.
That's a whole decade.
For a long time, I wasn't even trying to be with nobody no more, though, because I was experiencing a lot of nonsense with females that I used to date, and they used to do me wrong. So I came to a time where I was just a hoe. Well, I ain't gonna say a hoe. I just didn't care for a relationship. So I was talking to this girl, that girl, this girl, that girl.
Do you remember, because you had told me that your longest relationship was 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember me telling you that we're going to last more than 4 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how we met. Been locked in. Finally married on this year. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into the questions. Y'all going to get to know who he is, where he's from, and all that good stuff.
I gotta excuse me too. I'm over here drinking because I had a long work week. But it's gonna be a good podcast though.
Oh, for sure. Okay, so first question. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from?
I grew up in Atlanta, southwest Atlanta, Zone 4, some people. I grew up on Cascade Road at my grandma's house. It was just me, my brother, and my grandma. My mom and dad, well, my dad wasn't really around, so I'm just going to put that out there. I mean, he popped up every now and then, but I really ain't got no memories with him when I was a baby or kid and nothing like that. It was just me, my brother, and my grandma. My mom, she was having a little situation with her life, so my grandma took care of us at the time. And shoot, what can I say? Southwest Atlanta, you gonna get everything you can get out of it. For real. I was young, followed my brother, 6, 7 years old, getting in trouble. Experiencing gangs at an early age, for real.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff, for real.
Yeah, I remember you told me y'all had a gun pointed to you.
Yeah, my brother, he used to be, well, he still is, but back in the days, he used to hang with a group, and they was all bloods. So, like, one day I was walking with my brother in Camp Creek Parkway, and I remember seeing a Tahoe truck pull up, and they knew who my brother was, but I was just walking with him. And they hopped out the car and put a gun to my chest and put a gun to my brother's head. And man, my brother, man, that nigga was brave-hearted. He don't care about, that man ain't scared of nothing. Kid was there. Them folk had a gun on. He steady walking. Like, I ain't listening to nothing they saying. I'm sitting there like, bro, don't shoot my brother, bro. Yeah, but like, that's type of stuff you go through when living in Atlanta. Well, Southwest Atlanta, if anything, for real.
Yeah,
just bad over there.
That's scary. At a young age, have to go through that.
Facts. I feel like that's why I don't fear that to this day, because I done been through a lot at a young age. Shoot, growing up, man, I used to get beat, tortured. Like, I ain't capping. Like, cause like I said, my dad wasn't around, so like my grandma took care of us. So I had an uncle named Walter, and man, this nigga was like a walking Adolf Hitler. Like, I'm not even exaggerating, but like this nigga would beat us for no reason. Like, if he felt like he wanted to just whoop us one day when he woke up, that's what he was gonna do. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. that man crazy. Used to kid to have a whole tool shed outside of his garage with leaf blowers, rakes, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? To do yard work with. This nigga would be like, and y'all go outside and pick them sticks and leaves up and acorns with your hands while he out there blowing them with the leaf blower. Like, he was one of them, man.
Yeah, because I remember you told me, well, that day when I first met him, talking about I used to beat him. Mm-hmm. Like he was proud of it.
You know what I'm saying?
And how did your childhood affect who you are today?
It really just made me fearless, honestly. That's all I can take from it. Like, I grew up fast. I gained ambition, to be honest, because I wanted to get out of what I was going through so much. So, like, I don't sit and wait on things to change. I do it myself. Like, fearless. Like, I don't fear nothing because, like I said, I've been through the worst. So I just feel like whatever anybody say or do, it really wouldn't matter to me. I mean, God tell you not to fear man, so I don't. It's what it is.
Okay, so next question is, what was your biggest fear? Or what is your biggest fear?
Honestly, dying without a purpose. I feel like if I died without a purpose, I failed myself.
Mm-hmm.
For real. That's why I feel like I go so hard in work or anything I do. Because I feel like my soul won't rest if I feel like I failed myself.
Mm-hmm.
So dying without a purpose, that's probably my biggest fear. I mean, dying is not a fear to me because I got a relationship with God. So I just feel like I know I'm going to go. But to feel like I wasted years of my life on this earth and did nothing.
Yeah.
Or like my last name don't stand for something. Yeah, that's my biggest fear. Dying without a purpose.
I like that answer. Okay, so I know you were a Christian, growing up, but
let's rephrase that. Baptist.
Oh, Baptist. I'm sorry.
I want to say that because my grandmother, man, Ola B. Sims was a Baptist, diehard Baptist. Like, I mean, that's considered a Christian, but it's different when you're a Baptist. Like that's the whole getting baptized and going to church every day. Like literally, I went to church every single day. I was in choir rehearsal, Bible study, dance team. When we had 3 sermons, I was in all 3 of them. The morning service, afternoon service, and they had a midnight service too.
Oh.
But I was in church all day, every day. I knew Genesis from Revelations back and forth, like Old Testament, New Testament. Like,
okay.
But what made me?
Yeah, what made you become Muslim?
Well, honestly, I have to give credit to one of my brothers, Bishop. I was 19, trying to find myself. I ended up getting kicked out the house and stuff. So I was ended up staying with people that treated me like a brother. And they introduced me to Moorish American, I'm going to say. And Moorish American just molded me to learn ways of Islam. And Islam is bigger than just thinking like Arabic and all that type of stuff. Islam is like, I study life around me. Like, I self-line master. Like, I can't really explain. It's really knowing higher self and lower self. Honestly, knowing the balance of the two. Then when I started to like really read more and started like see my nationality and what's on the other side of the world. Now I'll tell you what really made me transition into Muslim was the story of Moses. When Moses grew up in Egypt and God came to him to tell him that he wanted to use him as a prophet to save the slaves. And everybody know the story. He parted the Red Sea and all this, but like people don't know the real concept behind it. Like God told him to lead the slaves to the promised land, and if he was on Egypt, okay, so Egypt is right here, then you got the Red Sea, then you got across from the Red Sea was supposed to be the promised land. So from my understanding, I seen a picture in the Quran where it was showing that like Egypt and then the Red Sea. But what was on the other side of the Red Sea was Mecca, really. For those who don't know what Mecca is, that's the birthplace of the Kaaba, Al-Kaabas. That's the black cornerstone that people think Muslim worship. It's not they worship the cornerstone. It's just the promised land, So I started doing research on it, and something just made me go to the masjid with one of my brothers, Bishop. And growing up as a Baptist, I always felt the spirit. Like I always been spiritual. So like, you know, you be in church and you may be going through something, and a certain song that the choir singing may make your spirit feel some type of way, you know. Well, when I went to the masjid for the first time and prayed, like I felt the same feeling. So I'm just like, well, if I feel like I was doing something wrong, why would God still be showing that He's still in the presence?
Yeah.
And ever since then, it's like I said, I never really lost the relationship with God. But you know, growing up as a Baptist, and you hear Muslim or people like that, you think Arabic, or you think, I'm gonna stay away from them folk. Them folk crazy. They believe in
another God.
Yeah, you know. But that's simple-minded people. Like what made me really understand too was, until you know Arabic, that's when you will know why people say the word Allah. Like it's not a different God. It's God in Arabic.
And right, that's what I was going to say.
It's just like if you ask, no offense, a Mexican person to say God, it's gonna come out different. So you're gonna think they praise another God just because of their language.
Right.
So it's really just, you know, you got to be more open-minded to the world, period. Like you can't just be like, oh, I'm Christian, and if you don't live the Christian way, then you're going to hell. Yeah, you be the first one to go, actually, because even in the Christian Bible, it's judge ye not, or you will be judged. So,
yep.
Feel me? So that's why I'm just like, you can't really be simple-minded when it comes to, oh, I'm Christian, or I'm Muslim, Buddhism, or, you know, now atheists, I don't got no ties with that. That's people who don't believe in God at all, or just do their own thing. But really, Islam is more closer to Jesus than people think. Like if I was to open my Quran book right now, I could show you multiple pages where they talk about Mary, Moses, Noah,
Cause I remember
Jesus.
You were showing me some of the stuff.
Right. Because it's all the same. It's just a different culture. But Muslim is more of a inner knowing, like knowing self, really, for real. Instead of in the Christian way, you think, I mean, look to the stars and the heavens, and you know that's heaven, and you go down low, that's hell. Like, but don't even know. Like Islam will show you that it's more than one heavens.
Right.
And hell is in heaven too. If people was to think that heaven and hell is in two different dimensions, it's not. They're in the same dimension. It's just 7 heavens. Like that's a whole nother topic, but I ain't gonna speak on that. But that's what really drew me to Muslim, because I still feel the spirits. I still feel the spirit of God when I'm at the mosque. So I just don't feel like I'm doing something wrong. And I can still go to church, to a Christian church or a Baptist church, and still feel the same feeling, even if I go to their church. So that's why I feel like it's really, people will be simple-minded on, oh, this God and that God and this God. It's not different gods. It's only one God. It's just
right.
Different cultures.
Right.
People believe
just say it different.
Yeah. Just different cultures, for real. We got 7 continents for a reason. People all over the world, but not one time in the Christian book does God say he gonna slaughter 1,000 Arabics or slaughter 1,000 Russians or Ethiopians or Africans just because they live in a different culture. Who said America is better than anybody?
Exactly.
Right. So that's what really drew me to Islam, for real.
Okay. Okay, so last question. Tell us something you think is true that almost nobody agrees with you on.
There's only one God. That's one thing I can speak on. To be honest, I can't really think of nothing else, because I too much don't care about people's personal opinions, but that is something I know that's true, and people try to think that, oh, you're Muslim, let me stay away from you. You believe in this and that and the third. Like, I hated that for a long time because I lost a lot of friends behind it. They think I'm weird, that type of shit. But I don't even be studying it no more. Like, at the end of the day, it's really one God, and we all gonna be judged by Him the way we treat people on this earth while we living.
Mm-hmm. That's why you gotta treat people equally.
I don't know. That's the main thing, to be real. I just feel like that is the truth. It's only one God, and people try to use His prophets as, like, in a sense, Jesus. Yeah, that's a son of God for sure. I'm a son of God. You a daughter of God. Like, people try to label this like Jesus is the main son of God. Like, that's his son.
You're right.
Like, there's no way, because where in the Bible did it say that God physically came down as a man-made person and had sex with Mary to make Jesus?
Exactly. It don't say that at all.
Right. Because it's not man-made. Like, he's not man-made. Really, people don't even know it's God living in you. To be honest, like, people think, oh, I can do bad to this person or kill this person, and God gonna forgive me for it. But I can't even say if He will or not. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like that's why I say people got to use their inner beings when it comes to Islam, because right now God is looking through my eyes, and whatever I do and think, He knows it before, right?
Yep.
Because He's already inside of me, type of thing. That's for simple-minded people who don't really think like that. They just be like, oh, Jesus is my Lord and Savior. I understand that. I definitely understand that. But in my perspective, I feel like Jesus was a prophet. Like, Jesus was used as a prophet, like Moses was, like Noah was, and Adam was. Like, he talked through these people to save other people. Just like the Prophet Muhammad, when it comes to Islam. He said that he was only bringing one last book down here that would never be written again. And you can go to any store around this world and find the Quran, and it's not going to change ever. That's just my perspective on it. I just feel like it's only one God, and people just have to accept that. Like, quit trying to separate different religions and be like, oh, you're going to hell because you don't believe in this way or you don't believe in that way. Well, how can you say that when Noah? I mean, I don't hear people saying in the name of Noah or in the name of Moses. Like, I'm not saying Jesus not special, but, like, don't be simple-minded to feel like Jesus is overpowered over everybody, because he really was a vessel that God used to save people, or show you that Jesus sacrificed His life to show you that God saved you from sin, type of thing. Like, that's really the biggest thing, though, right there. That it's only one God. And people just really should stop being simple-minded and trying to separate people religions because of the culture change.
Right. Well, God is good. Well, but I thank you for being here. I thank you for coming on the podcast. Well, you guys, we're going to wrap it up. Well, I thank y'all for watching. I thank y'all for tuning in. I thank y'all for listening. And I will see y'all in my next episode. Bye.